Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, where we cover everything LEGO gaming, and welcome to the third part of our LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens playthrough. We're playing through the whole game, giving a nice little commentary walkthrough here, and we're going to be starting the third main level, which is also Chapter 2 because of the whole prologue situation. It's going to be Chapter 2, Escape from the Finalizer Replay Story. Let's go. Let's do this. Alright, let's start the cutscene here. I like how that dude from Jakku is just floating around there in space. And this is their torturing methods, putting feathers up to Poe Dameron's nose there. But Legos don't really have, minifigures don't really have noses, do they?
On Jakku will soon have it.
I leave that to you.
Okay, so we got some Kylo Ren action there. He just throws the feather away. And there we have our stormtrooper who got some vegetables or whatever thrown on his helmet in the last part. Man, I gotta say, man, I keep saying this, I know in the last parts, but man, the graphics just look so good in this game. Like, it's just the shininess on the minifigures and just like the lighting, the way everything works. It's great.
What? No, I'm breaking you out. Can you fly a TIE fighter?
I can fly anything. Why? Why are you helping me?
Because it's the right thing to do.
You need a pilot.
I need a pilot.
Okay. Stay calm. Stay calm. I am calm.
I'm talking to myself.
You got a plan beyond not panicking?
Yeah. One, we get to that TIE fighter. And two, we don't get blasted on the way. We can cut across down here.
Alright, so here we go. This is going to be escaping from the Finalizer. And so here we have the introduction of push blocks, which have been a feature since LEGO Star Wars 2, if you can believe that, from 2006. So they're still using this feature. And it's always had the whole checkerboarded, ground. But here's a new feature of this game where we have these double push blocks where it requires multiple characters to push them, which is kind of cool. So if you're playing solo like I just did, it doesn't really mean that much to you because your co-op partner is just going to go over there and help you. At least they should if their AI is working properly. But if you're playing co-op, it's pretty cool because you kind of have to tell your buddy to get over there and help you do it. Alright, so here we have a protocol droid panel that we need to get past, but we don't have a protocol droid, so we need to work on getting one of those. So let's switch over to Finn here in his stormtrooper attire. And I like how, again, he still has like the vegetables on his helmet or whatever that was, so some sort of fruit or vegetable that splatted onto his mask, I believe. Alright, so here we go. We just pulled that down. That was the whole grapple hook ability, which is nice to see. And now I think we can jump across. Yep. And I think we're going to need to use the grapple hook ability again to make a full bridge, because if you haven't played a LEGO Star Wars game before, protocol droids actually cannot jump. I don't know if that's going to be a feature. Actually, they seem to be changing that feature in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. And alright, so we just built an Imperial or a First Order alarm clock, I guess you could say, to wake up this protocol droid. And I don't think this, it's been a little bit since I've seen episode 7, but I don't think R3PO appears in the movie. If he does, he appears in the background. But alright, so here we go. So they made the protocol droids a lot faster. If you remember before, they'd basically walk at like this speed in the early LEGO Star Wars games. But in this game, they actually can sort of do like a jog almost, which is nice. And they can hack these panels here, and there's a little bit of a puzzle you can have to do. So it's orange, green, yellow. So let's go ahead and do that. Green, yellow. And it's kind of cool. It's like they're translating it or something. I guess that's what that's supposed to mean.
Stormtrooper requires that you charge up that speed. Orders are orders. There. I should inform you that he said the drive unit is malfunctioning, so there may be unforeseen consequences to charging it.
Okay, unforeseen consequences. I think that means it's going to blow up, doesn't it? Yep. Like how it just blows up and no one does anything about it. They're just kind of freaking out up there a little bit. I like how Poe Dameron... Oh, what? Intruders in the hamburger bay, and he's just able to break out of his handcuffs there? Okay. It's like, why couldn't you break out earlier? Alright, so here we have another multi-build here. So I think we're going to build it over here to the right, which is going to allow us to get up here. Alright, so we're trying to get up into the control room now. And, okay, so we're gonna go across here. Kind of shimmy across. This was a feature I remember that was introduced. Whoa! It fell off. That was a fail. Okay, so I thought I was doing the wrong thing, but this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go up here onto this ledge. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I've played this level, like the way you're supposed to do it. Like usually when I play this level, I'm like on free play, doing my own thing. But yeah, you're supposed to jump up here, which pulls this down. I remember now. A little rusty. It is fun to play through this game again to kind of remember, you know, everything that I forgot as how to like progress these levels. Because unlike the old Lego Star Wars games, these games are a little bit I don't want to say complicated, but there's more to the levels to like progress them. You know, in the old games you just kind of walk through the level. But alright, so there we have a little tractor beam, I guess you could call that thing, that's going to pull the whole wall down. And that will allow us to access the control room of the Finalizer. But not before these 3 enemy troopers here appear out of nowhere. And we can, how come they can walk through that that red wall there, but we can't? Who knows? All right, so let's go ahead and use the multi-build again. So yeah, the multi-builds are pretty cool in this game. Like, you know, I've talked bad about them before, but I guess there are some fun uses for them. But again, a lot of times, I think I've said this in previous parts of this series, like a lot of times they're just used to like they could just be replaced by like 2 separate builds. Like there's no need to be like a single multi-build. Like they could have just had separate builds. But anyway, I think that was a good use for it there, where you're kind of building things and you have to break it apart to build something else, and break it apart again to build the first thing that you built. And yeah, it's a cool feature. We'll have to see if it returns in the Skywalker Saga, because I think after this game they didn't have any more multi-builds until Lego DC Supervillains. I just started playing that game at the time of me recording this. I started playing that for the first time, and I believe multi-builds reappear in that game, so that was kind of the return of those. Alright, so let's go ahead and progress through the level here. We got a couple more stormtroopers. Actually, we don't even need to take these guys out, because you can just keep walking, I think. Or maybe not. The door locked. Okay, now it opens. Okay, so you do have to take them out first, for whatever reason. And yeah, we're not even like a third through this level yet. That shows how long this level is. So yeah, this might end up being like a 30-minute level, or 30-minute video. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, so here we have the old blaster battles making a return here. Did they appear? Were they in the second level? I think they were, weren't they? Yeah, they were. So blaster battles have appeared at least once per level so far. So we'll go ahead and activate B for our special to take out this dude really fast. And we're just going to take out all these dudes really quickly here.
There's a trooper in cover on the right. Can you hit him?
Yeah, we're working on it. Let's see. See if I can hit him. Is that not going to count, or do I have to go all the way over there to the right to hit him? Aha, we have to go all the way over here. So it does take some skill to actually, you can't just stay in the same spot. You actually have to move around, which is always fun. I think we're going to be moving up here now. Get to that other cover. Move up, Finn, move up. And we can kind of see that, you know, from the screenshots and the little bit of gameplay that we've seen of Skywalker Saga. Again, at the time of me recording this, we just have the Gamescom trailer. Maybe by the time you guys are watching this, we've gotten more information about the game. Because I do record these like sometimes weeks, several weeks, or even a month in advance at times. So, you know, there could be news, could be not by the time you guys are watching this. But what I was saying is, it seems like with the new camera's perspective of the Skywalker Saga, it's almost like every time you shoot your blaster, it's kind of like one of these blaster battles because of the way the camera is, you know. Like we've seen a little bit of gameplay of like Princess Leia, you know, shooting her blaster on Bespin from Episode 5. I think we've seen some Episode 4 Secret Plans gameplay of Leia as well, and in all those little gameplay screenshots or clips, like it seems like very similar to these blaster battles. So it almost seems like the blaster combat is basically going to be like one of these blaster battles all the time, except I don't think you're going to be stuck behind cover. You'll be kind of free moving. But okay, I think we need to switch over to Finn now, because he's got his old binoculars we can use here to find a weak point on this massive turret. And there it is right there. Excellent. So there we go. That green glowy thing, of course. Where it glows green, that's going to be the weakness. Oh, I just changed. It's looking at me now, so I think we got to move over here and reveal its other weak spot here on the right side. Using the old binoculars here. And there it is. I'm guessing it's going to be another green glowy thing. Yep. And alright, we should be able to hit it now. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, this time he's actually showing it to me. Switch back over to Finn here. And there we go. Boom, 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 boom. The sentry turret is blown up. I guess you would call that a sentry turret, whatever you call that.
All right, you better be a good pilot. If we make it out of this hangar, I'll show you.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the TIE Fighter. And this actually begins a kind of unique gameplay sequence here, as you're about to see if you haven't played this game before. So they both hop in, just like the movie, and here we get this kind of first-person perspective here, where we're just kind of destroying stuff. You see the percentage at the top, and oh wow, the frame rate kind of gets low here because there's so much destruction going on. I think what you have to do here is just destroy all the TIE Fighters. That's going to raise the damage percenter here at the top of the screen. There's one there. Whoa, holy frame rate drop. Dude, the game just dropped to like 15 FPS right there. Wow, they probably should have done a little bit more testing on this part, TT Games. So I'm playing this on an Xbox One X. That's primarily what I record on. When Skywalker Saga comes out, I might switch it to the Series X just so we get the full, you know, the full graphics and all that. And why can't I destroy this thing? Come on. Destroy it. There we go. Okay. That was weird. It like wasn't counting. But yeah, when Skywalker Saga comes out, I might start to record on a Series X. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so I'm playing this on a 1X. So I kind of wonder if I was playing on the Series X right now, if we would have gotten those frame rate drops, because I know the Series X, with its much faster, you know, processor and everything, the frame rate is usually a lot more stable. But okay, so here we have to take out 10 of these turrets. Now, if you go and take out all 30 of them, then you kind of you get a mini kit, which is nice.
Hey, what's your name? FN 2187. That's what? That's the only name they ever gave me. Well, I ain't using it. FN, huh? Finn, I'm gonna call you Finn. Is that alright? Finn. Yeah. Finn, I like that. I like that. I'm Poe Dameron. Good to meet you, Poe. Good to meet you too, Finn.
Alright, so that was cool how they implemented the whole Finn and Poe kind of introducing themselves there in the TIE Fighter. And you can tell that dialogue was ripped straight from the film. And, you know, usually when they rip dialogue from the film, the audio quality kind of drops a little bit. But in this case, I think it kind of works because you're kind of out in space, you're in the TIE Fighter. I think it just kind of works. So that was a good use of film dialogue, I feel like. Alright, so now we need to use these torpedoes. Now normally you have to go around and destroy TIE Fighters to get the torpedoes, but I'm using, I think, the infinite torpedoes extra, which is just kind of a shortcut here, just so we don't have to go flying around looking for them, you know what I mean?
We're going back to Jakku, that's what. No, we can't go back to Jakku. We need to get out of this system. I gotta get my droid before the First Order does. What is a droid? That's right. He's a BB unit, orange and white, one of a kind. I don't care what color he is, no droid can be that important. This one is, pal. That droid has a map that leads straight to Luke Skywalker. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Hold tight, we got a missile on our tail. Gonna try and shake it.
Alrighty, so this is a really cool section. The background is supposed to be like Jakku, I guess, but it looks really blurry there. The texture needs a little bit of work there. But okay, so you can see, what are those other two planets up above? Those just Jakku's moons, maybe? Someone tell me what those planets on the top there were. If somebody actually knows that in the comments, I will be shocked. Alright, so here we have another cutscene here. There we go, flying out into space. A damaged First Order TIE Fighter.
The fighter's projected to crash in the Goazon Badlands.
They were going back for the droid.
Send a squad to the wreckage.
Alright, so there's Finn. That's actually one of the first ever shots that we got of this game. I remember when they gave us a trailer. I think it was June of 2000 and no, it was June of 2016 is when this game came out. I think it was maybe like January, February, something like that of 2016 when we first got a reveal trailer for this game. And this was like the first shot. They like recreated the first teaser trailer of The Force Awakens, which at the time was very cool. And that was just a really cool use of the trailer by TT Games or W Games, whoever did the marketing for that. That was cool how they like recreated the Force Awakens trailer, but with this game, in Lego basically. All right, so here we have our introduction of Rey. Palpatine, who we end up finding out if you've seen Star Wars Episode 9. So it'll be interesting if you're playing Skywalker Saga if she's actually called Rey Palpatine or if she's just called Rey. I'm guessing she's just going to be called Rey because that would be kind of a spoiler. And yes, I did just give that away in this video, but you know, Episode 9 is now over a year old now, so hey, you had plenty of chances to see the movie, right? So what are these little creatures called? These aren't Jawas, are they? So there on the left is going to be a dark side wall there. I guess you could call it that. So we can't do anything about that because Rey doesn't have the dark side yet. Not until Episode 9.
Choices, choices. What's going to distract a lugger beast?
What's going to distract a lugger beast? How about a carrot? So again, using the multi-build feature. And that lugger beast is going to be walking right over there. And so basically we're trying to get into this old destroyed Star Destroyer. A destroyed Star Destroyer.
That should be the hatch's release lever up there. Yeah, you bet you're... Now, be nice and don't throw me off. It's a lugger beast. Basically docile, but you don't want to be near one when it attacks.
Okay, let me get up there. Oh, okay, you can't use the lugger beast to actually jump up there, unfortunately. I was hoping I could kind of do that. But alright, so we need to find a weak wall right there, and then I think we can use the lugger beast to destroy it. So there's some... I remember in the old LEGO Star Wars games, you used these, you know, animals and things to actually jump up to higher platforms, but in this game they seem to have disabled that because I tried it there. I would say we have a BB-8's little grapple point, I guess you could call it here. Let's keep the L button centered. And I like how some like cool music is playing there, some Star Wars music. Do do do. And it's gonna destroy whatever the heck that is. I guess that's one of the like command towers of the Star Destroyer, isn't it? That we're kind of going into now. So let's climb up here. Got more of these creatures in here. Again, let me know their name in the comments if you haven't already. I love asking Star Wars lore questions like that. All right, so let's go ahead and run across here. So Rey is considered like an acrobatic character, and I guess she's kind of acrobatic in the movies, but I don't know. It seems like there's other characters they could have given that ability to, but all right. So we'll just stand on this. That will supply electricity somehow, which then we can switch to. Okay, let's get rid of these creatures. Switch to BB-8 and do this little puzzle again where we got to keep it centered. And opened sesame, we now have access to the inside of the Star Destroyer, and this is going to be the final segment. Look at that. We were actually able to transition from the outside there to the inside of this. This is a pretty big area in here too, and there was no loading screen whatsoever. That's pretty cool. I always kind of like that. I'm kind of into the, you know, technical side of game development. I'm not a game developer myself, but I'm interested in, you know, how they do things. And I imagine that was might have been tough to create these two big environments with no loading screen. But maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Somebody from TT Games is watching. Maybe they can explain that. But okay. So here we go. I think what we have to do here is there's going to be a grapple point for our staff. I guess it would just be called a staff point, right? And here you can see a new feature of this game is where you can swing on the staff, so very cool. And I guess it wasn't a new feature of this game. I think it was. I think the whole swinging on poles and stuff like that was. Wow, that was a loud noise to show that I'm falling from a cliff. Wow. But yeah, I think the swinging on poles and stuff was introduced in Lego Batman 2, if I remember correctly. With Robin had like his acrobat suit. I think that's where it was introduced. Alright, so we're going to get BB-8 up here on this ledge with this little BB-8 booster jump thing, whatever you call this thing. And we're going to go around here. Destroy these droids, because they're getting in my way. And here we have a little small character hatch.
Be able to get to an astromech access panel from up there. See if you can use it to find me a way up there.
So that's the official name, the astromech access panel. Okay, so that's what they've always been, I guess, since LEGO Star Wars 1. But is BB-8 considered an astromech droid? I guess he is, right? I don't know. Interesting. Alright, so that gives us little climbable points here for Rey to get up here, up on that ledge. So we can then take out... Wow, these guys are just beating the crap out of me. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Okay. So you need a lightsaber actually to cut through that. But what you don't need a lightsaber for is these little acrobatic jumping sections here where you can kind of wall jump. Again, I think those were first introduced in Lego Batman 2 with the Acrobat Robin suit. And, okay, let's continue to move on here. Slide under there, that's always a cool feature. And now, we can destroy this stuff. And this, I think, gives us a multi-build. I think we need to get BB-8 up here first. Let's see, how do I get BB-8 up here? I think over here, maybe?
No, I can't use that until I get the little guy up here.
Right, that's what I'm trying to do. I don't remember how to get him up here. And now I can't use that yet. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Alright, there we go. Why is that little bird thing attacking me? Why would that bird thing want to attack Rey? That makes no sense. Look at this, we're actually lifting up an old school TIE fighter there. Well, what's left of one anyways. And let's pull it up, and I think both wings of the TIE fighter, boom, actually create a nice ramp up the sand. So very cool. So it's always cool to see how they design these levels, like, there's stuff like that, like, oh, let's use TIE fighter wings as a ramp up the path. Like, I don't know, whoever thought of that when they were designing this level is a smart dude. But alright, so I think the one on the left is for, the multi-build on the left there is for the mini kit, so we're not going to worry about that. Let's see what path I have to push here to the right.
Thanks. We should have a clear run from here.
And why is she walking? Alright, here we go. I think that's going to do it for this level. But not before we get a nice cutscene here. Like, always like BB-8 noises. Or destroyed. Okay. He makes a smiley face. That's great. Again, that TT Games humor, they said they're going to be implementing that in the Skywalker Saga game as well. So we'll have to see what scenes from like episode 8 and 9 that they add comedy bits to, or even what scenes from this game. I'm sure this game will even be, or this movie will even be changed quite a bit in the Skywalker Saga.
Classified, really? Me too. Big secret. Nima Outpost is that way. Stay off Kelvin Ridge. Keep away from the sinking fields in the north. You'll drown in the sand.
Okay, so she's trying to get BB-8 to get out of there. Oh, man. In the morning you go. They didn't show her make the food there. That was like the coolest part of that scene. Is like where she's like, what is it? It's like some sort of spray or something, or water that like turns into food. That was pretty cool. Alright, escape from the Finalizer complete. And as you can see, we got some studs. We already 100% completed this game, so I don't have to worry about any of this aftermath level info here. Mini kits, got all that, got all that, got all that. Continue story, except let's get back to the Millennium Falcon. But yeah, that is going to be it for part 3. I guess we'll just keep this one video. You know, it's like, what, 25 minutes long or something? It'll be a longer part, but hey, these are longer levels, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me know what you think of this level. Do you like this level? Do you think it's the longest level in the game? I think it might be. And answer any questions I may have asked in the video. And like this video if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if not. Let me know how I can improve these videos. Subscribe to be notified when the next part comes out. We're always covering Skywalker Saga and other LEGO games. So yeah, you might want to subscribe. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.